That hard crashed my PC. We will see what they say. This thing is not built for... built the way it needs to be built for this yet, though. It should be pretty easy to adjust, but holy hell. That is the first time I've gotten an M to OM a machine. You have to try pretty hard to do that. Minor benefit of WSL OMs instead of your machine. Wow. Is there a config setting to load less data? Yeah, let me finish. Let me at least get there, have something train with this. I don't think that they have. Do OM for us? There's no mana in RS. What game is that? Oh wait, I'm trying to remember what game uses that note, like that that term. Yeah, it's League and Dota. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, RS only has you got prayer points, I guess. But they're not used to cash yet. They're used for like they're used to fuel passives. Machine's out of mana. It's more fun than out of memory. I mean, I could technically... It's gonna be so stupid slow if I do like 64 M's or some dumb shit. Can I do like something somewhat reasonable? Is this gonna OM me? If you start using too much memory, you're getting killed. That's CSV. Okay, so they gave me a test. Using less data is really stupid, though. This is like reasonable enough, right? I mean, this doesn't scale as badly as I would expect. Did I like run out of file pointers or something? Okay, this is the last one we'll try. We'll do this. And then we'll see if I can get above 70K. 70K is not good enough. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think that one actually did OOM, but let me get this thing to run for. Let's put this Neptune. And then I can look at PR, because this is going to take a while. Or not PR, results, I guess. How is there yet another freaking Discord update? They've just been like shipping nothings. Yeah. What, Spencer? Okay, we're still okay on memory. Oh, Spencer has links for us. Is this still loading stuff? Or is it like up here somewhere that there's... Oh, Neptune's missing. Annoying. There we go. Okay, you linked me this. 002. What do you mean it looked good and then collapsed? Oh, this? Yeah. Is GPU drive isn't merged, right, Spencer? I don't have it in my main puffer branch to play with, right? Can you get a version that doesn't... Can you get a version that doesn't use masking? And do like just a whatever PR to dev so that I can play with it and help you? Because like we've got the new stuff is kind of just solving everything at this point. So like if I can just throw my new stuff at it, it probably will work. Okay, finally this does something. Is Ryan still here? I can look at that whenever. Hey Ryan. Send it, happy to hop on, sure thing. This can finish running in the background. Gen chat and Discord.
Hey, can you hear me?
How's it going?
Pretty good. Let me send this stuff over.
I didn't
I
realize
just
that I
talked
wasn't
to
using this. Like, I just max this.
Max. What?
Max audio quality in this.
Oh, I don't think. Oh, I have no idea how that works.
Captain, I haven't done them yet. They should not be disabled. I haven't added them yet. I'm pretty sure our current JE treats truncations the same as terminals. We just never bothered with them yet. All right, let's
Also,
see.
hold on. Before we do PPG,
Mm-hmm.
you have to look at my message in general. No. Before this, you got to look at my message in general.
CRT.
Yeah, they're fun.
I
They make
was
they make pixelated stuff look nice.
I see. I wasn't sure if I was like wanting to go like the like kind of pixel crunchy scan line route or the like the high fidelity like. Did you ever see like the old like these style of games where it's like they added a bunch of lighting effects and stuff, and these were not pixel crunch. They were like smooth shaded. This
I
is
might have
not.
seen these.
I mean, there are better ones. Like basically, they're just like I don't know. To be honest, I have no idea what'll look good. We'll see. I
I'll
DM'd the
say
guy on X. We'll see if he replies.
nice. The scan lines are very in fashion now for some reason. I've seen them in like 4 new indie games. I don't know why, but
I don't
they
think
look
I've ever
nice.
really liked them. I don't know.
They definitely make the pixelated graphics look better. They just,
Pixel graphics, yes, but
yeah.
not. So I did like the MOBA. So this shader, right?
Mhm.
This is where's it? So this one is where's it? Yeah, like this sort of like fade stuff. I
Mhm.
think if like there's no bloom shader on it or anything though, so
Oh
it
yeah,
doesn't look
that's
like it's
nice.
glowing, but it could. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was figuring maybe if we get Shader Magic Guy, maybe I could pay him a bit to like make us some cool stuff. Yeah.
Mhm. That'd be cool.
Uh,
All right, back to research.
hang on, I've been told you're too loud. 1 second.
My bad.
We'll just mic you way the hell down. All right. Research.
Research.
Now you're super quiet. There.
I can start screaming.
You're good. Well, I'm gonna actually have to do so much AV setup, probably tomorrow or Friday. I don't know. So I ordered 16 different things off of Amazon for a professional grade AV setup.
Well done. You're moving up.
Yeah, it was pricey.
Full-time streamer.
I figured it's cool, right? It's like all the dev gets
Yeah.
done live. So,
Honestly, it's fun.
yeah.
So the PPG stuff is definitely interesting.
Hmm.
I don't know how else to put it. The
You DM'd
let
me,
me
or
take a look at this
where'd
again.
you put this?
I just sent it in a DM.
Private research results. Let's see. PPG.
So obviously, when you don't detach the critic network, the baseline's a lot better. So that's the red versus blue.
So when
Um,
you don't detach the critic network, so is this just PPO?
um, it's similar. It's almost PPO. You could think of it as PPO.
Okay.
If you The issue is that PPG has like a couple minor implementation details. They do like advantage normalization over the full batch rather than mini batch, and like
Mhm.
one other thing, but it's more or less PPO.
We actually probably should do that, but yeah.
Um, but yeah, if you detach the network, I mean, it performs the same as if you don't um, when you use the auxiliary updates. So it kind of seems like you could be doing what you were suggesting,
Hmm.
where you don't attach anything and you just use the auxiliary updates, like add sample efficiency.
I mean,
Obviously,
that's
that
kind
isn't
of nice.
yeah. So I mean, that's step one. There is still the
It's like a decent perf gain if you look at it like the sample of this.
yeah,
Okay, that's nice
it's
knowledge.
nice.
You saw the latest, like, did you see like the latest stuff we did with we now have one config that works on everything that's running at like 4 million steps a second on some of the ends.
Sick.
So the new algorithm stuff apparently has made hypers more robust. So now the question is like with this type of a thing, can I add an extra, like let's say that you basically keep the same result in the same perf when you have eox
Mhm.
set to 0.
Yeah.
It should be, right? Or is there more stuff?
So there's a little bit more. So I mean, if it's set to 0, then it's basically PPO. You could think
It
of it
should be
that way.
same wall clock-ish, right? Like same-ish result.
Uh, yes. I'm trying to think if there's anything I'm missing. Yeah, there's no other big computational steps, so wall
I
clock should be the same.
with the way that I suggested, right, where you detach
Yeah.
or you don't, was it you do the value and the policy in the same update without separate networks.
Yeah. So that would be if you don't detach them and you're just updating the full
Yeah.
network. That's how like PPO normally
Okay.
works. Yeah.
So then basically the goal here is like you keep your base algorithm identical, but let's
Yeah.
say literally all I do is I change the search criterion in protein from wall clock to samples,
Mhm.
and now we have sample efficient puffer.
Yeah. So there's some caveats here,
Hmm.
but that like in theory, yeah, that makes sense. The caveats are that if you there's more to PPG than just attaching the value network. There's also the auxiliary head that you have to add, and they still like they do the KL loss and everything. So you still have to modify the architecture to make this work.
Is
Just
it?
need to add the extra critic head.
I mean, this is like a solid enough result. Why couldn't I get this thing to do anything for us? Is what I'm wondering.
I
Was I
don't
just
know.
lazy with it? I could have just been lazy with it.
That, it could be anything, right? It could be
Hmm.
like one, like tiny implementation detail that's different. It could be that it just doesn't work outside of ProcGen. That's always a possibility.
How hard is it to test it on? Like, you could test the clean RL code on a Puffer backend. It's the same interface, right?
Probably. I think so.
Grid
I don't think it should be hard to swap out.
Grid is a really good end. Like Grid and Tower Climb are both really good ends because they actually take a little while to like learn stuff, so the results should be meaningful. Hold
Okay,
on,
I
Spencer.
could take a look at it.
Do you want me to remove the skip? Let's remove the skip of specific agents obs. Yeah, so Spencer, they're gonna have to like stay at the goal. That's part of what they're gonna have to learn, I guess. Just a hack for now until I figure out the masking stuff's actually kind of obnoxious to get right, so we might have to change the end longer term, but whatever. Yeah, this is a good result. Like this is solid. Thanks, Ryan. Um,
There is more to this though.
oh,
So I'm trying to explain this. So when you do the auxiliary update, you have the auxiliary network.
mhm.
So you can't just like add this on top of PPO because it's an architecture change, right? Um, you could maybe like if you have control over the architecture, maybe you could
We do.
modify that and figure it out. But
This is not
um,
academia. We have control over everything.
well, I mean, like maybe if your user wants to make like a custom architecture, then it's kind of it might
Yeah,
be weird to add an auxiliary network on top of that.
it just has to
I don't
have
know.
whatever heads we want it to have. That's fine.
Okay. I did also try running it. It's not finished, so I couldn't get the nice plots, but
Yep.
I tried running it without the joint loss, like any of the KL loss or auxiliary loss. So I just set them to 0. So it's just doing additional value updates in the auxiliary phase.
Wait, what?
And you get
Can
this kind of weird curve where it's
is this a
very
separate thing?
unstable.
Oh, you just sent it. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, I sent another
Yeah.
picture.
So
My
hang
bad.
on. Explain what this is again.
So in the previous figure that you were looking at, it was doing the full auxiliary phase. So it was updating the value network, it was updating the auxiliary value network, and it was doing the KL loss between them.
Well,
This
usually it says
removes,
that you shouldn't do the auxiliary update very often, though, right?
it's every 25 iterations, yeah.
And that's how you're doing it here.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, exactly the same as the original.
Okay.
The now pink and blue lines that you see here are if you remove the KL loss and the auxiliary loss. So effectively, if you didn't have the auxiliary head, what would it look like?
If you
And
didn't have the and it does
it's
better. Oh no, it doesn't
it's
do as
weird.
well.
It still outperforms PPO, but it's way more unstable
Huh.
and it performs worse than regular PPG.
Hmm. So this is
So
just you need the behavioral cloning loss is what this ablation is doing.
kind of, but it's interesting that the value training still helps. So the next thing I'm going
Yeah,
to try is doing the separate, like
it makes
just
sense.
increasing value epochs and seeing if that just
You'll
does
destroy it
better.
eventually, right? If you get too far away from the policy network, you'll break it eventually.
Uh, Probably. I don't. I guess I
Has to
don't
be,
actually
right?
understand why it drops like this and then increase, but I don't get why it collapses but still performs better overall.
I don't know. Cool curve though.
It's weird. Yeah,
I'd
it's
start trying
interesting.
some of the puffer M's because like even with the clean RL defaults, if you just up number of M's and use our stuff, like it should still be a heck of a lot faster to run experiments than it is on this.
Yeah, I could try that.
Have you seen the latest params? They're kind of
No, I haven't.
deranged.
Okay.
So this is the param set that works on like literally everything. So gamma lambda for this one is I didn't try ablating these, but usually gamma 9.5, lambda whatever. The key is learning rate 005, mini batch 32K, and 8192 Ms. Oh, that's for bigger
Huh.
networks. It gets even more deranged. For smaller networks, so for all of like the small network experiments, this is the set that works. Learning rate 05, 5e minus 2, and mini batch 32K. This actually trains stably.
Is a very large learning rate.
Yes, and this like perfectly matches for most of the M's the curve of our previous version stuff. Like for several of the M's, it's exactly the same. For some of them, it's a little less sample efficient.
Mhm.
But then like this breakout here trains at like 3 point something million steps a second. This is 29 seconds or whatever for 80 million steps or less.
That is kind of crazy.
Yeah. So Puffer very fast. And the cool thing about having this one hyperparam set on all these M's is like, okay, so here's this trade sim client env or whatever. I just throw the defaults on it, and if it doesn't
Mhm.
work, it's because the env is wrong. It's like pretty damn high confidence.
I don't know if I agree with that because what if the environment's just harder and it like having large
So
learning rates is.
on the harder M's, the only thing you have to
Mhm.
do is reduce the learning rate by roughly a factor of 2 for every doubling of the network size, and it still
Hmm.
works. It's pretty cool.
And you're saying this works. What environments are you testing this on? Like, you
Uh,
test this on everything?
Everything except I think there are like a couple M's that have like legacy gamma lambdas and stuff I haven't ablated fully. But yeah, I've thrown this on pretty much everything so far. It's
And
kind of
it's
cool.
working on everything?
Yeah, we're solving RL.
Very nice.
It's pretty darn cool. It just like it really
And what if
does. It
RL
feels
was
like a
easy?
different field. Literally
Yeah,
though, it's like this actually feels like a different field. This is not the same field I was working in 4 months ago.
I believe it.
Hang on, found another student interested in working on RL models. This one wants to do drones. We might have something in that space coming up. We might be looking at that. Yo, Ryan, do you have any idea where I
Hmm.
can get a foam core or like foam injection mold or silicon mold? I was thinking, what if we made drones, but the outer shell's a puffer. So we have schooling of puffers.
I think you need to seek help.
Hey, I know that flocking paper was so much fun. You want to come work on that?
I didn't touch that for like even back as a dumb first year student. I knew that project was cursed.
We're actually going
I
to do
I
something very similar, but without doing like the ridiculous physics that you guys did. We're actually looking at that.
I worked on a lot of cursed projects. That one was too cursed for me.
Well, we're going to take a crack.
I mean, I bet you could. I think the
Awesome.
hardest part was making it was a C++ simulator for bird flocking, which, pain.
We're pretty good at making low-level simulators now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can do that, so
Yeah,
it might not be as painful for you.
might not. Yo, Tyler, yeah, awesome. Like, just send contact or whatever. I next few days I'm going to be setting up the new facility, but I should be back quite soon. I cannot wait for new facility. The only thing that is uncertain is whether the flooring is going in tomorrow or whether it's going to get delayed.
It's like the foam mat flooring or like actual flooring.
It is 3/4 inch rubber.
Nice.
Latest Dev Spencer, yes. I found a used commercial gym equipment vendor where I can get like really nice high end stuff at a third to half the price. So I might have bought a bunch of stuff.
Nice.
I might have bought a bunch of stuff. I'm looking forward to it. Um, yeah, there's cool stuff happening in RL for sure. I like honestly with the latest results in Puffer, I on like we can take on a lot more like industry grade problems. I think that the knob tuning of like sample efficient versus timer, like wall clock or whatever, is gonna matter a lot. Um,
Yeah.
but pretty much like this is solving everything out of the box lately, which is kind of
It
nuts.
even worked on neural MMO.
I have to recheck gamma and lambda and stuff on neural MMO because I haven't checked it since we did all the new stuff.
Gotcha.
If it does, that would be absurd. Neural MMO is
Yeah.
not an easy env at all.
Yeah, that's the only thing I would be like thinking about
All
is
right, we'll check it.
yeah.
We'll definitely check it. That's the biggest model too. That's like 3 point something mil, and it
Mhm.
trains like 600K steps per second,
Nice.
which is actually low because we have one that's 2.1 mil that trains at 1.5 mil steps a second. So I think we could
Mhm.
technically get Neural MMO3 over a mil, which would be awesome.
So if you wanted me to pick an environment to try running with
Mhm.
this clean RL setup,
It'll
which
be
one
the
would it
same
be?
code for all of them, to be fair. Like it's actually really easy once you have any of them. But I would probably say
Okay.
do like grid in latest dev.
Okay.
Because it's a maze env, it's like a highly configurable maze env, and
Mhm.
because you have small mazes and large mazes, it like consistently produces very clean log linear train curves.
Okay. Is there a like is there a specific config you want me to use or does
Yeah,
it like
I just
automatically
put it in
scale up?
there.
Okay.
So if
I'll
you
take a
just
look at it.
look like this is latest grid config.
Mhm.
You can probably just do either 4096 or lower, whatever ends, whatever makes sense for clean RL. We use really big mini batches. Honestly, clean RL will probably be decently fast with this many M's.
Mhm.
Like it's not going to be near our perf, but it should be decent. The only thing I'm not sure is our hyperparams. Like stuff might not be easy to get good results because clean RL is missing a lot of our new stuff.
Right.
Muon's awesome.
Yeah.
Cosine annealing's awesome. The new puffer advantage filtering is great. A
Are
lot of
these
stuff.
hyperparameters for your new stuff or are they for because I probably want to get like regular PPO hyperparameters if you have those from past experiments.
Um,
Like not with your new stuff because I'll be plugging this into PPG.
I'm trying to think how you would even get that is the thing, right? Like you kind of just have to pick something, I guess, that like trains somewhat. Um,
Well,
I,
you were working on these before you added all your new stuff. Like, don't you have
Well, yeah,
hyperparameters?
you could look at like 2.0 or whatever, like the hypers that we use by default for stuff in there. Um,
Yeah, I might do that for the grid environment just
it's
because
probably just the
it'll
learning
be
rate's going to
closer.
be way different is the main thing. But
Yeah.
like generally stuff feels jank, right? It's like with the older stuff, like RL feels jank, and you have to do 200 experiments to get params that work anywhere. And
Mhm.
now it's like you just solve it.
Just solve it.
Yeah, I mean this the next update's going to be all these new algorithms, right? All like the stable configs, good baselines, really fast training, and I'm hoping we get in GPU drive, impulse wars, tower climb, and then Bet's got like blaster and cart pull as well, and also CPR. This is free common resource problem. So we get like 6 new M's, 3 of which are quite large.
Did you notice that you just did the exact same thing that Danajar did, but for PPO? You wrote a bunch of implementation tricks that actually make things robust,
Um,
but it
well, mine
actually works for
works.
PPO.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, mine works. Um, I mean, optimizer's a big one, and then it's new advantage function, I guess. I mean, these things are more grounded though. They didn't come out of anywhere, like just anywhere, right? Puffer advantage filtering is strictly vtrace plus JAE,
Mhm.
and just like a CUDA implementation of that. So like we actually recompute advantage for all samples to do prioritized replay. Like we recompute advantage for all samples every mini batch, but it's in CUDA, so it's fast, which is kind of cool. I haven't even tuned stuff recently at all. Like I think that when I go to retune breakout and stuff, we're gonna get a sample efficiency win just out of like retuning all the params with the latest stuff in. You
You're doing
probably
cool
I didn't
shit.
tell you this yet, but what?
You're doing cool shit. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. Well, I think that at some point soon I'm going to just like probably do nothing but well I say this, but this is kind of what I do anyways. do nothing but stream stuff for a month. But the difference is going to be, I think I'm going to go super deep into Algoland. And basically, I want to figure out everything that DeepMind discovered over the last 5 years and published, and like
Mhm.
what of those methods actually are practical and are robust versus which of them kind of don't work generally,
Yeah.
or like which of them are just like impractically slow. So I think
Mhm.
I want to like at some point just like do the full algo pass on that, and then at that point, our infer's faster. If we actually get core algorithms, then it's just like okay, we can solve whatever at that
Mhm.
point.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. Like I bet if this versus original Dota, this has gotta already cut down the like train time on Dota by at least a few fold, you would think. So like we're getting to the point that pretty soon we'll be able to attempt like pretty hard stuff. There are a few things left to do.
Well, then I think the question is, what do you want to do? What hard thing are you going to tackle?
Um, Most likely will be a mix of us making our own baselines and us looking for people in industry with problems that are commercially viable so that we can fund this stuff. Did you know that tariffs are really bad on the GPUs right now? Everything's quoted plus 40%. I'm waiting for this to hopefully come down because I do not want my. I think that the current price for the GPU cluster I want was like over 300K because of the tariffs.
Jeez, sucks.
Yeah. So I gotta figure that out. So I either have to wait for
Hopefully,
tariffs
not
to come
waiting 4
down.
years. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, we'll see. I mean, I'm gonna get GPUs before then for sure, but it just might be the case of, yeah, we got to get a lot more revenue to fund this stuff. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm curious. I talked to David today
Hmm.
about his startup stuff. Seems like they're doing really cool stuff. Um,
Yeah, we're helping them with
why?
a lot of it.
Yeah. Why can't you try to do what they did, where they just get like the funding to do fundamental RL research? I I'm sure that their pitch is different than yours, but like I
Because
don't
then
know.
you're
It
just
sounds
you're
like
basically
they
just
got that.
reliant on a benefactor to bankroll you, and then if that gets pulled, you're kind of just screwed. Like this is actually like very viable and profitable. I think it's very likely we'll be adding a third client at the end of this week. At the moment,
Okay.
and likely one of the existing contracts should go up. So like it's actually starting to get to be pretty reasonable.
Nice.
Anshul, physics-based robotics, like it's hard. It's very hard. We could do it. I think we could do it really well, but it's not the type of thing where we're just gonna like do it to enter that space, right? There would have to be like a big client that wants us to like do that type of stuff. Yeah. So I don't know. It's very exciting stuff though at the moment. Like
All coming together.
I tried Mu Zero as well on all day on Saturday. I couldn't get it to do any better than the baseline, but it feels like there's potential there.
Yeah, Museo feels like a real algorithm. Feels like
It's
there's value in it. It
it
just
yeah.
depends on the environment in
I
a
mean,
sense.
if you think about it, it's literally just it's use learn search to collect better data,
Yeah,
right?
makes a lot of sense.
You can just combine it with PPO and not really change the training objectives all that much.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
I think you probably want to pick a probably want to test it on a board game though, where the
Um,
search will matter a lot.
I mean, we have Go.
Yeah, if you could do that, I mean that works. I think
I
the
couldn't
issue
get
is
it to
just
do
that the
anything
search
on
is like
anything. Like I couldn't get it to do anything anywhere. But I only
you
spent a day
were
on
you
it.
testing on board games?
I tested on a bunch of stuff in Puffer, including Go.
Okay.
I only spent
Yeah,
a day on it, so.
gotcha. That just because like the main
Mhm.
algorithmic challenge of MuZero is that like planning over Atari time horizons, you have to plan so far in the future to get like a meaningful change
They
because like
don't.
each
They only
individual
do like
frame.
5 steps or whatever.
Did they use it in Atari?
Yeah, Mu Zero they did.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it
I thought
worked.
it was
It
just
worked really
Chess
well.
Go.
That was
Yeah,
alpha. Like this is the one that doesn't need the state model, right? It uses learned world model.
right, right.
Experience from research would be best form of experience. Yeah, it's just expensive, right? So like, again, we're looking for knobs that we can turn. And if you turn the knob one way, you get really fast wall clock training for when your sim is fast. And if you turn the knob the other way, you get really sample efficient stuff. Technically, the objective doesn't even change, right? The objective is still always wall clock time. It's just that the sim gets slower. Um, no.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I was gonna look into efficient zero next. I hadn't heard of uni zero. I don't know what that is.
I'm skeptical of all these things. It's just like the constant optimizing on Atari games. It's I don't know.
Yeah,
I
the
feel
thing
I
I
feel like
like
I've seen
about it,
enough stuff not generalized that it makes me kind of sketched out.
search itself is general, right?
Maybe maybe like the concept should be, but maybe the implementation
Yeah, we'll see
or
what
how
like
it.
jank tricks they have.
Yeah.
I looked at was it? There's a paper that's literally called Meme or whatever, learning 200x faster Atari, and they're
Mhm.
doing ridiculous things. Like they take 2 weeks or whatever per Atari game.
Yeah, and if I remember, like a lot of the Atari stuff, like I think Efficient Zero uses some like custom representation learning for Atari. They do a lot to get that extra efficiency.
Yeah,
It's
that's
very
not what
much
we're
an
looking
Atari
for.
algorithm.
Yeah, that's not what we're
Yeah,
looking
so
for.
I'm sure there's something there, but I think a lot of the benefits are probably Atari specific.
Yeah. Hey,
This is
Twitch
why I want
folks.
everyone to start researching hard environments because I feel like nothing we're doing I feel like we're not even moving in any real direction if we're just only looking at the same environment for every paper.
Well, now we have all the ones in Puffer and it's still growing.
Yeah, now that
Yeah.
is the way to do it.
Mu0 for continuous action didn't work. Yeah, I haven't. If I can get it for discrete actions to work, then I'm confident I can figure something out there on chill. I mean, Puffer just makes it really easy to iterate on stuff from like you have a thing that's like working to getting the best possible version. It's just so fast to iterate. I mean, like literally. Like
Do have to hop off now, but I'm gonna run that. I'm gonna try running PPG with just increasing value at box and see what that looks like. Um,
right,
and then I'll try running with grid environment at some point.
sounds good. This is break at 3.2, 3.3 million steps per second as well.
Nice.
Like, don't hold your breath. Actually, you could because it would be done training.
That's a nice tweet.
Yeah, I've been saving that. We'll see. All right. Well, let me know how that stuff goes. I will hope. I gotta get more boxes so I can spot compute, but you have compute for now until they figure things out.
I'm very good. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I'm supposed to have it like they should have figured it out for a year. I literally just got my account renewed. I
that's
should be good
funny.
for a while. All right, I'll see you around.
See you, Ryan. Okay, we have PR from Spencer. 2K lines. I wanted to learn about the Pareto optimal thing you were doing the other day. Right here, my friend. So it's in dev branch. If you take a look at this file, there's 600 lines, but it's really like 300 lines of actual stuff related to this one algo. It's called protein. And the core math is right here. it estimates the cost of any given hyperparameters and the score of any given hyperparameters, and it attempts to fill out the Pareto front of best score for any given cost. And it's built on, well, originally this started off as a modification to carbs from Imbue AI, and then I did a ton of work in testing. This is much simpler than the original carbs, but it is robust in a lot of ways that the original isn't, and it's a lot faster. 2,000 line PR from Spencer. Cython we can ignore. 200 line C file. I mean, we've reviewed this code already, right? 1,300 in here. 260 in here. Oh, I guess you did the pre-processing in the Python. Cool. Let's just YOLO merge this. Oh, I also need to, hang on, I need to paste one thing before I do this. I need to just paste the results of that train run right there. Or not this trade run, where'd it go? Build a GPU drive. You'll need the config file and what do you mean the config file? Did you not commit the config? Oh. Well, can you commit that real quick? And then, yeah, if you just give me the command for the maps. hopefully we can get something reasonable running on this. Commit to dev that. Yeah, yeah. Just commit the config ocean GPU drive. Commit the. Why wouldn't you? Is it the ini file, right? Config ini. And then the downloaded maps, I just need the command to download them. I'll just make another. Wait, why wouldn't you commit it to? Why wouldn't you commit the ini to dev? It goes in ocean, right? It shouldn't conflict with the original because it's going to be puffer underscore GPU drive, right? PR made for ini. Thank you. And then just give me the data download command. Thank you, Spencer. And where's that data folder go? Oh, yeah, we did this the other day, right? Like this. Will do. Exists data. Is it not data? It should be like resources or something, shouldn't it? Or do we just make a data dir? Data hosts the file. So do I just make here, we'll try that. That would be the login, right? Huh. It rate limited me so I can no longer get my token. Give it a minute. Hopefully they stop that. Here, let me run this in the meantime. Holy, what did I just get linked? Update on sweep. Is all this? I imagine it's not. Oh, there it is. I mean, you're doing something, right? 80 and 250 mil. So this will be the magic number to beat.
Oh.
I figure out what browser I made the Hugging Face account on.
Hello?
Settings, token. Chrome normally nukes if I have that many line graphs. On the new desktop, you would hope it wouldn't. Oops. Very dangerous token. Oh, that should have been no. Whatever. And the command that you gave me was this one. Okay, so now can I run it? Do we get, oh, I have to pull the config. Which I was pretty sure that I had merged. Yeah, I merged this. Puffer GPU drive. This is supposed to run, presumably. Did you not commit the environment file? Probably this. Yeah, you didn't commit the environment or the model, Spencer. You want to go ahead and like add the environment, and I mean mainly I need the policy. PR was missing the environment file, like the end binding. I added that. That's easy, but I need your policy file, or like I need your policy even just to copy in. Can you link me your latest policy file, so I can just drop it in? Like the thing goes here. I might have had a slight ulterior motive in that I also might want to mess with the graphic colors on it. Renderer. Doesn't look Tokyo Puff enough. Oh. That didn't do anything. Probably setup.py. Did you run the Python file? It's not built, like there's no GPU drive in here. It's just missing some files. That's seg faults. Resources. Nothing in here. You need what? Run Python file. What did I mess up?
Oh. Joseph.
There is a line in main. Oh.
I think my headphones are breathing.
Aaron is in Discord with you, by the way. Well, I didn't have headsets on. So what's up, Aaron?
No worries. I just took out my headset as well. Before you head out, could you push a small update into the multiprocessing code just to give me a notify function?
Yeah,
I wasn't sure if
can
your
do
buffers
that.
mess shit up on that.
If what messes?
All the buffers, when I was looking through the multiprocessing code, it was not nearly as simple as it used to be.
Yeah, that probably would confuse you. Yeah, I should be able to add a little notif. It just needs to like call notify on all of them, right?
Yep.
Okay, let me do that. Give me a second. Let me at least make sure this end does something. Then we
Cool.
will do that. We're getting GPU drive integrated right now live.
Oh, cool.
At least the current version.
The new one?
Yeah, we need to rename it because it's no longer on the GPU. So Puffer driving sim.
That's the one.
Just minor API aliens. Ho ho! Look at that. Look at this.
I'm trying. One sec. I just got up.
Hey, Bet. What's up?
That car is going crazy. They look like ants, man.
That's cool. You change the step, you can see what they're supposed to do. We'll do 1 second. And then while this model train's gonna fix the back. Okay. You want a notify function in multiprocessing, I assume.
Yep.
Give it a sec, Spencer. Let me do one thing real quick. And I have to add this to serial, I presume. Most likely.
I already put it in the serial, but if you put your O's on it, that's fine too.
Okay, so that ought to work. I guess I can test it real quick.
I'm walking into the lab, so
Hi, Jeff.
Jeff's in Singapore.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like you said.
traveling for conferences. I hate traveling.
Yeah, last time you did it, we nearly killed you.
Yeah, you straight up nearly freaking killed me, man. I've been working my ass off trying to get the fitness back. Back up squatting 200 for like easy sets of 8 at least. Now I got a knee that's going bad. Fucking out.
I had a 6-minute mile today, Joseph.
What?
6-minute mile.
You did a 6-minute mile?
Pretty fast, huh?
Are you kidding? How the hell do you go from doing what you were doing to doing a 6-minute mile?
Just a little pep talk from you, obviously.
Are you freaking kidding me?
I couldn't catch the guy in front of me though. I don't know what his deal was. He was wearing
What?
a fucking vest, like a bulletproof vest, but he he was doing intervals. I couldn't catch him. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
a 6-minute mile's like really freaking pretty damn
It was
good.
fast. Yeah, it was
Holy,
fast.
I don't think I've ever run a 6-minute mile. That's
You know,
nuts.
I have kind of long legs.
That's ridiculous. Like I
Yeah,
think I could do a 7 at the moment if I really pushed.
just a little inspiration, Joseph. That's all it takes, and some additional effort, right?
Yeah, my whole interval workout is locked to 185 heart rate.
Oh, well, my heart rate was probably higher than 185. I was about ready to throw up.
That's like pretty damn close to max.
Yeah, I know.
Jeez. Well done.
Thank you, thank you.
That's ridiculous. You should be like, go like get a good 5K time then if you're in that good shape already.
Oh, I can't run more than a mile that quickly.
If you can do a 6, then you should be able to do like a 21-minute 5K, no problem.
It's gonna hurt though. I don't want that much pain, Joseph. What if I'm
Oh.
just happy with like
Do a 22-minute then, whatever.
eventually I'll run a fast 5K, don't worry.
What the fuck was I doing before Ben is just like suddenly
Sorry.
god-tier athlete?
I'm not. No, remember the bench press thing? That was real too.
Oh.
You know. Bench plates, 20 reps, no problem.
Got it. So we are just mere mortals compared to a bet here.
Apparently.
I'm actually like nothing. I mean, Joseph and that guy have been inspirational in my quest for fitness, to be honest with you.
Try. 6-minute mile's freaking hard though. My best I think was when I was in shape for squash. I could do a 14-minute 2-mile, and I did a 7:10 pace 5K. I think those were my best. Oh yeah, I was testing your thing, right? So the notify doesn't do anything, which is kind of sketchy because it should break.
Doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it should break if it's correct.
What?
Hang on. If SEM is notify. Oh, I think that this can get overridden, maybe?
Let me grab my laptop and then tune into your stream and see what you're looking at because I'm not seeing anything from my phone.
Okay.
How do we make a phone friendly stream?
I mean, you kind of just have to be able to read small text.
I mean, it's probably impossible on a screen.
Let me send this over to them so that I can.
So GPU drive is fixed.
Maybe. I'm trying to think how I do this.
Okay, on the laptop.
Hey, Aaron. I'm just trying to think how I add this notified because, like, I think well, I think how I do this.
Aaron, mute your.
The thing that's a little annoying is that, like, if you set the semaphore on an env that hasn't returned yet, it can like not be done. You can do it after receiving, technically. Does that help, Aaron? Or not really?
I don't think so, but I'm not sure, to be honest here.
I can give you a notify param on send. So then all the M's that you send stuff to get notified. So, like, on sending actions.
So then how do we use that? Because like the way
I
it's
don't
set
even
up
actually. I
now.
can't even really do that super well. I guess I can notify stuff. Yeah.
What does notify do?
Well, he just needs a way to tell all the M's to do something.
Oh, okay. Yep.
I'm trying to think how to do that. I can. I mean, I can add an extra buffer for you. It's annoying, but it's like not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, how we've done it with Pokemon is having pipes and communicating
that's
with
slow as hell.
PufferLib. Yeah, it's slow as hell. Actually, it's not that slow.
It's pretty slow.
It's a little messy though.
Adding you a whole ass buffer for this. Okay, we will see if this does something. Perfect, this is the error we were expecting. So I can send this over to you, I believe. Let me make sure I didn't break anything. Can you test this real quick if I send this over, Aaron?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me make sure I didn't break anything. I'm just delivering all sorts of results today.
I would just add it into the dev branch, and then I'll just branch off there.
Yeah. All right, there you go. See if that works.
Always feels good pulling a new dev. Look at all those files.
Okay, it's gonna take me a minute to get there, but yeah. I'll let you know once because I need to move all my stuff up to that dev anyway. So it's gonna take a minute.
No worries. I will do GPU drive things in the meantime. Yeah. Let's look at the pretty environment.
Woohoo, eval.
I kind of want to apply colors to this thing. You can't control it in this mode. I think you can do, though, if the C demo works.
Is that a trained model?
No. Spencer, is this supposed to do something when you, Oh, it's probably on prof test, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's, yeah.
I want the version that I can control. Yeah, look at this. Look at this freaking awesome thing. Holy. The lines are aliased as hell. We probably need to do something with that. Do you think I should I theme this real quick? I kind of want to theme it real
well,
quick.
you could make the honestly making the road black wouldn't be bad, or puffer black.
Yeah, that's totally what I had in mind, Fed. I was gonna totally use normal colors like a sane human being.
Well, no, obviously you're going to use the puffer colors, right?
Yup. Let's see how it looks.
And then adding those in the PRs.
See what the colors are. Draw a sphere. Let me see.
Orange?
I'll leave that alone for a second. Arrow above car. Hang on. I want to just do the
Red? Honestly, I saw a lot of white.
hang on, road edge. Yeah, line color equals.
There's black. Make that puff black. Yeah.
That's
Puff
definitely what I just
cyan?
did.
Oh, yeah.
That's absolutely what I just did, right? Let's see.
We gotta find the road. Where's the road? There we go. Whoa.
When you make like unique branding colors and you end up just making Tron. Always fun.
Alright, what are those little black things we can't see?
Hang on, it's not done yet. And we're just waiting on as well while I'm doing this. Aaron will check the notify function. And hopefully that serves the required purpose. Okay, that's already something. What's good? I'm just messing with the colors of everything, of course.
What's good? I don't know.
That's too much. Yeah, because these things are still.
Those are enemy cars.
It will show you only the cool.
Oh, if you hold shift? Oh, I see. It shows you just the
Yeah, it's
obs.
just what
Okay,
they
that's
see.
really cool.
Very nice.
Why does it keep crashing? Do we have an actual trained model?
Why are these guys outside of the grid, Spencer?
They're parked on the side of the road.
It seems like there are cars here that immediately Waymo data bad, I see.
Oh, this is with real data.
Oh yeah. Okay, what color do I make things so it looks cool?
Already it looks cool. It's a little easier to see now.
They aren't inside of the road edges. Probably belong to driveways, I see.
Left and right for direction. You gonna drive, Joseph?
Well,
This is how you're gonna learn to drive.
Shut up, Bet. Okay, that's actually freaking sweet. Now,
that's good.
we need to get the cars to be something else. How do we get this thing to like... Where's the car color? Draw cars? It's probably this, right? It's blue. The cube is like gray, right? Is this the What about that? This is non-active vehicles. Oh, that's good. Right as if you collide. Is this the active car or is this the active car? The purple one? What's this? This is a blue one here and there's a purple one. What's the difference?
I thought pink was like a stop.
Purple is human controllable, blue
Oh,
is
that's
agent.
you, Joseph. All blue are agents.
Yeah, so I mean, we're gonna have to change some colors. What is this red line? Something is wrong with that, it's overriding. What? I've only changed colors.
Who's there? Hey, Plasma. Oh, hey, Captain's in here too. What's up?
What's up?
Is this
Just 'cause I'm
collided?
more-
Hey, Captain, we're on stream. What map
Yep.
you on? Whatever the default is, right? 227.
So what are all the rays?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm just adding pretty
know-
colors to things.
I know nothing about this.
I've been deving nonstop on like 4 different projects today, so I'm very happily just at changing colors. Value added has been established for today. Now we get to have some fun.
Exactly.
Okay, this is pretty cool.
Try
Quick
driving.
question.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm working on the Boyd's env,
Yep.
and I'm having this kind of vague error message where the model expects a specific tensor shape, and I don't know exactly what.
Show me. That's the point of
Stream it.
of having everything live. It's really easy to like get help.
I guess, do you want me to share screens or something so
Sure,
you
whatever's
can?
easiest.
Stream it. Joseph's just
Yeah,
idling
just
right now.
you know you're on stream, FYI, but whatever you're
Okay,
at,
okay,
yeah,
no
we're good.
problem. Here, basically, I wrote. I'm starting to write this env. I'm just trying to get a single agent, like a single puffer, just going around the screen randomly. And
Okay.
right now I'm okay. Let's I guess yeah. This is I'm just I started messing around with the observation and action spaces,
Mhm.
but it looks like this is what kind of controls the input to the network, right? Because it basically takes in observations and inputs and
Yep.
outputs actions, right?
Mhm.
Kind of.
Yes, that's what the network does.
Those are the
Yeah,
shapes.
Yeah.
Those
So
tell you the shapes that you need. Yes.
yes. So I'm giving it the shapes, and I'm guessing this kind of propagates somehow by telling it here. You kind of in puffer env, you have some way you guys are propagating those observation spaces. Like
All
if
that
I
does is tell us the shape that things are expected to be. That's all that does.
right. So technically, so right now the problem I'm having is my the model doesn't is not liking either whatever input size I
Go
give
put a
it.
breakpoint
So
in the model.
yeah, in the model. So you want me to put a breakpoint like right here, like
No,
inside the forward call?
No, in 116.
it'll be models
Models
dot
116.
pi.
The last thing on the
Models.
stack trace. Is at the bottom of
Oh,
the trace. Right there.
this one. Gotcha.
Hi Pim. We're live on stream by the way.
All right,
Hello.
let's put a. Right, I'm gonna. Yes.
What's the command to restart Docker? Aaron, it's just Docker PS will give you the process, and you can Docker stop the container,
Yep.
and then
Docker
you can
stop
just bash
process number.
Docker sh test or
Or
source
Docker
shell.
start process number.
Just gonna.
You can also just talk.
Just copy this.
Yeah, sorry, I have music on.
You're good.
It's done.
Hey, welcome.
Yeah.
Let's see if this works. Yep.
Whoa.
Is this the
I've never
default
seen-
Is this the
I've
default
never
color
seen
scheme
someone-
in cursor?
I've never seen.
No, I changed it to
debugger.
the Doomy Max one.
Okay.
I can learn how to use the debugger actually. Cool.
What?
Um.
Oh yeah, you can do that as well. Whatever. Doesn't matter how you do it.
Yeah,
Now you can get the shapes.
I don't know. I'm used to like VS Code style debugger usually.
Okay. I just need to know the sizes of the tensors and stuff.
Yeah.
So X. Yeah. Do you get a console here, or do you just get to do that?
Yeah. I can just.
Oh, actually,
probably if I go
that's
to
really
debug
cool.
console.
Can we just
So
like see the
Xscape.
shapes? Yeah.
Oh, I need to step over them real quick.
Yep.
Here we go.
Those are your variables right there, huh?
Okay, so you have batch size.
Oh, well, you can also just hover over them.
Whoa. That's intense. Okay, cool.
Wait, hang on. Yeah, that's IDEs have the things. You can technically set that stuff up in even like NeoVim or whatever if you want. I just don't bother.
Yeah, you can.
You would think I would get
But
an
it's
LST
much harder
before
to
I would do
set.
that.
Yeah, it's much harder to set up NeoVim debugging because you have to use like basically there's like a debugging interface that NeoVim basically plugs into.
I have a total of 2 plugins.
Yeah. You don't want to see my config, dude. It's log.
That's
But yeah.
I like my
Let's see.
minimalism. All right. Let me
Yeah,
write
yeah.
that. All right. So
I
we have
kind of went.
x n and space n
Went-
x n and space n. If x. What space shape?
Fish shape is.
Does it say 8? What was that?
Okay, let's see. Yeah, 8.
Oh, you know what
I
that
guess
probably
it's.
is? I think this is probably on me for bad documentation. Can you just go real quick, set the D type of those spaces to flip 32 and see if it changes anything?
Oh, are you talking about in the in here?
Mm-hmm.
So like set the D type to float
There
32?
is no type.
Is that not what it is?
No.
No, it should be float 32. That's correct.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like by default float 32 if I remember correctly.
Is it float 32 here though?
I don't know if it's
Yeah.
float 32 or 64.
It's not float 32. Oh, but you're saying in the models. Like
Aaron, you
you're
might
saying
need the latest
here?
container for that. I can try to do that in a second. Or I can do it for you. Well, it's the fact that it's 8 there is like, what's the D type actually? What's x.d type?
Let's see.
Oh, it is
Float
floats.
32.
So it's giving you back 8. Oh, then in that case, are you like, is your environment returning 8 numbers and not 2?
Huh. That's a good question.
There's no
Well,
check on the
let's
native API. So like on the emulated API, we actually check that for you, but the native API is kind of pro mode, so we don't check that stuff for you.
I mean, basically my observations are they're just well right now I'm kind of
Oh, actually, it wouldn't. Yeah, the thing I said doesn't even make sense, does it? Because yeah, go back to Python a sec.
To the voids.py.
Yeah, right there. Okay. Shape is 2.
Yeah, I'm just making them because
Why is it giving you?
well actually this is then incorrectly. So observation space, the what I'm kind of trying to create basically here for now, just to get like to just get it running, is it sees all the basically vectors or all the voids, just basically all the every void that is in kind of the screen. So
Well, right now it's set to return 2 numbers, but you're getting 8
yeah.
numbers somehow.
Right.
So breakpoint at line like 8 then.
Line 8 on
Right here.
voids up right here.
Yeah. That's 7.
You should be able to see
There's 8. Oh, the line numbers are screwy. Self.m.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
CMs.
This is relative line numbers.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
self CMs is side voids. My coding shit. I don't even have line numbers enabled, so.
Truth.
Yeah, I use it just to like jump if I'm gonna jump up or down.
Yeah, I guess.
Jump. So what are we looking for now?
I just want to see after you call super init, I just want to see if the observation shape matches. Okay, now print self observation shape.
Arguments about observation space.
So the really cool thing about when we actually get like contributed projects and people are on the puffer boxes is I just get to SSH them and help them debug live.
Yeah.
Joseph, what is stack smashing detected?
That's a security feature.
Okay, can you explain why I just got that on Vox 6 trying to run Connect 4 default?
Something's wrong with the Connect 4 binary, probably.
Possibly, or
I mean,
compile
all I did was
settings
try
or
to
the
run it.
hardware. That's kind of weird.
I just compiled and went to run it.
What did you compile it with?
If you compile with the address sanitizer, it might give you more info when you try and run it, and that happens.
Yeah.
So I'll have to fix it. Got it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to. You can't mess with the C. Like, there's nothing that you should be able to be screwing up in the C, right?
Here, No, well, I was just remembering that basically my observations are just the Euclidean distance between each of the voids and the one that's currently like controlled or whatever.
Well, your observation
So
is the way you defined them. You will literally only get one set
yeah,
of coordinates.
yeah. I just decided to define them by Euclidean distance, basically.
Can we see voids?
So
Hi.
we can look at.
So where was the shape? I didn't see you print it.
The shape. Okay, yeah, I got it. Shape right here.
So
So we
that
have
is
that. Maybe then it should be so. A single observation space is talking about the like.
Can you
What
set
exactly
this?
does it define?
It defines the
Yeah,
observation of a single agent.
right. So let's say the observation of a single agent is the number of voids
Mm-hmm.
and floats. Just this list of floats that is in the size of the number of voids in the current environment.
Then it would just be num. Well, you have some parameter that defines the number
Yeah.
of voids, right? So it's like num voids.
Yeah, I do.
That's all. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But the thing is, like, that shouldn't be the issue. Can you do me a favor and just make it not run with one env? In the
by
like
oh,
you have
like
num env
you mean
equals
this?
1.
Yeah, like change that to I don't know 3.
Yeah, just change it to something that's not 1. I just want to, because we've had issues with that in the past, and like nobody ever uses runs with size 1, so we don't really get good debugging on that.
I'm just trying to start as simple, so I thought it would be the simplest way, I guess. I mean, let's actually continue here.
Yeah, but like I think that there's probably a squeeze operation somewhere in puffer code that I need to delete, but I haven't found it yet.
Second. I'm gonna try running it.
Mm-hmm. Aaron, do you know how to build Dockers or no?
Like I've technically done it a couple times, but not really.
Do you
have a
need
way to
the
build Docker.
well? The thing is, to run the latest code on that, you're gonna need the updated base container, which I can show you how to set up real quick. What box did I give you?
For now, I just turned off the CUDA compilation stuff, and I'm using the CVP instead.
Okay, that'll work. That'll work.
And that'll tell me whether or not it works.
Yep, that'll work. I don't know how slow it is, but it'll work.
Okay.
Remind me, I have to teach you basic Docker at some point. Like, that is a very useful thing.
It's not too bad to learn either.
Yeah.
For the basics at least.
Well, it's
Plasma,
really
what is
annoying to
this?
figure out on your own. But
Well, you can just ask
Plasma,
This one?
what is this void env exactly? Or voids?
So this is a really cool thing. It's
I'll
a
show you.
flocking sim. Where's Ryan when you need him? It's a really simple
It's
flocking sim.
this.
Huh. That's cool.
Like this.
So that's just rule based, but we're gonna replace the rule based with
Right.
rewards.
Yeah. And I'm basically making every single one of those kind of voids an agent. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Huh.
And the reward will be the rule based. So
Yeah. So he asked for
this
an
algorithm.
env to start with, and I said, hey, this would be a cool project. Why don't you do this?
Oh,
yeah.
Void is a birdoid object.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wondering what a void was.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Do you have?
Yeah, I mean, I hope it turns out cool, and I'm definitely gonna use the puffer shape. Like I'm using the puffer texture for each of the boys.
Awesome. We very much like it when you do that.
I thought it would be silly.
We like to use the puffer wherever we can, and we like to theme all the
yeah. I saw that, dude. I was running Pong, and the ball was puffer, and
Holy, that's we got 12 people watching stream now. Hey everyone, welcome. We're doing some code reviews on some RL stuff, trying to help debug, and intermittently messing with other environments, kind of hopping back between a few things.
Is this 12 across everywhere?
Yeah, and good time to mention, This is all open source work. Like, this Discord is public. You can kind of just join and start writing stuff. All the info's on puffer.ai, and you don't really need an RL background to get started. Most of our best contributors came in with no RL background. We try to make stuff easy there. There you go. Also, star the puff. Star the GitHub. It really helps.
Oh, speaking of neural MMO, Joseph, I was looking over the binding code and just the code in general. I think
Yep.
I didn't look very closely, but I think there might be a bug in rendering with new bindings. Because it looks like you write to CMs plural, but then rendering is CM singular, and I didn't see anywhere else that that was defined.
I didn't test
but-
local rendering with the new bindings, so
Okay.
I probably broke things, yes.
Just letting you know. I'm not
Will
sure if
do.
it's broken, but it looked like it might be.
Yeah, will do, thank you. There's
Yeah,
a
the
ton of
new-
stuff to
Okay.
fix for the next update. So there you go. So you have 3x2. That's the correct shape.
That's the X shape, but then the space shape is 8. Why is it 8? I gotta figure out.
Okay, can you print
Where does
print n dot single observation space? Or what is it? Print.
self? No. Okay.
No, what you should do is you should put the breakpoint on like line 12 up there or whatever so that we can get the, we need to know what the single, like we need access to the env and we don't save the env in the policy. Just put a breakpoint anywhere there.
Anywhere in voids.py, you mean?
No, in the
Oh, in the models.
like right where where I was looking at in the code.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So like around here, I guess.
Hit a seg fault. Okay, lovely. Does it have any other information, Aaron?
Nothing else. We're in box 5.
Okay, I will help debug seg fault in a second. You know what? Let's debug two things at the same time. Why not?
No, don't worry about it. I'll try figuring it out while you help him with the seg file.
This is
Aaron,
how.
if
This
you
is, by the way, this is what makes it really easy for us to collab on stuff. So this is one of the other reasons we give people. I mean, we give these to like active contributors who are doing stuff, right? We have a limited number of these boxes right now. As soon as the tariff comes down, I'm buying 40 of these, so contributors will have lots of hardware. But right now,
Please
I
help
don't
with
fancy.
tariffs.
I don't fancy spending 100K on tariffs. That sounds bad.
write
It's
your
literally
congressman,
100 grand of
please.
tariffs.
No, seriously.
I don't
In
know what
meta depths puffer.
Aaron, if you want, you can hop on box 6 and do your test because I have the new container.
you guys can also run
Is this not
what's
Tmux?
called-
What is this? What do I run? Just run it from here, or what do I do?
Into the meta folder, into the depths. Puffer.
Deep nested.
No, move into puffer and then just
I did. What?
Is it get called?
This?
so
What?
CD puffer.
But are we looking right there?
So yeah, CD into puffer and then
Yeah.
Python
Okay, there's your
online
circle.
LP demo.
Huh. And where's it? Do we know where the seg faults?
Right after evaluate at least. I was checking on meta itself, not.
You know what? Let's do something. The hell? What are we looking at over here?
Me?
Yeah. Ob shape. Oh, you're doing config stuff. Okay. I guess you didn't build all the other M's, but it didn't matter because you were just using meta. I'm just gonna check if your thing seg faults on every end, because then it would just be whatever you did with the CUDA. The hell?
National tool.
Is that a Python version? That can't be a Python version difference. I ran
I've
meta
seen that
lately.
before. I don't remember why.
Really?
You on 312?
311.
Yeah, I
right?
used to slice the key for a dictionary, and I can't do that, I guess.
Like
Are
I
they
wasn't
not
able to run
hashable in
Pokemon
311, but
on
hashable in
312.
312 or something ridiculous?
They're actually breaking things between 311 and 312. So
There always
Ugh.
are. It's Python, man. They love to break crap.
Python's kind of just Python.
so I use
I swear-
PyEnv.
I
But
swear,
I could have sworn that I had.
Python versioning, like backwards compatibility, is the exact opposite of Go backwards compatibility. Go will like bend over backwards not to like ever break anything, whereas Python's like, oh no, we only broke like 5 things. Come on, we gotta rack that up. 20 at least for this version.
Ah.
I can tell you backwards compatibility can hold a project or
Yeah.
make it worse.
Oh,
Like look
yeah.
at C++.
No, I'm not. I agree. I'm just saying, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Go takes it pretty seriously, and Go's not perfect or anything, but I
Right?
think they do a pretty good job with backwards compat. But yeah, like C++, yeah, it kind of holds it back. But for what they're going for, I think it. Well, no, there's so much random crap. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
I
trade-offs, right?
mean,
Oh
yeah,
those are.
you gotta. It's very hard to find the balance.
Okay, so I fixed that other thing, and you broke everything with whatever you did with the CUDA.
Yeah, it just
nothing
seg faults
works.
right away. Cool.
So it's you can either try it on box 6 real quick. Bet, do you know how to build the box stuff or no? Did I do that?
I
for
do,
you?
but I have the new box built. Like
Okay, so let's try it on that real quick. But then Aaron,
just log into box 6. It'll log you right into
yeah,
my box.
I want to show them real quick. So all you have to do for this is you just have to like go into this. There's a dev branch of Puffer that has the new config files, and you just like change the image and the name to like base bash docker sh build -d base docker file, and then you build the next layer, which is Puffer deps, and then you build Puffer tanks. You just have to build all 3 of them, but you can use that one for now.
You have to run it 3 times, right, Joseph?
Yeah.
I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's probably a way to do it so that it cascades. I haven't bothered.
Okay, I do 3 commands each time I build a box. So
you probably can make it cascade, but I haven't.
I just assumed I was probably crazy, but
No. But it's
okay,
you do it's because it's 3 separate stages. You build 3 separate.
Yes,
files.
it is. Yeah, no, it makes
with
sense,
different
but
names.
who knows if there was a way that I just didn't realize it was a way.
No, there is totally a way to do multi. I just haven't bothered.
Okay. All right.
What do we have?
Sounds
What are we
good.
looking
I'll
at?
log into 6, test over there.
Yep,
Good.
go do
Yeah,
that.
just
Report
do
back
whatever.
in. What are we looking at here?
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah. Do we have ob space stuff from?
So the weird thing
Is it says
that it apparently
Okay.
doesn't go into the init. It doesn't.
It
Which
doesn't
is
go into
like
the init of the LSTM wrapper.
yes, which is absurd because
Well, it
what?
does the breakpoint
Yeah.
not does the file
Yeah,
not say?
that's I can. I don't know. We can. Let's try.
Backtrace. Get a backtrace or something like. That should be getting called.
I know. Yeah, that's exactly what.
Oh, you know why that?
Like what?
What's your config file for this?
That's the thing. I don't really have a config file. Like I never
You're trying to do it without a
specified.
config file?
You have a.
That's wild.
There's no config
I'm-
file for like the environment.
It should stop you.
No, this is literally just this is my whole script of just
Oh.
trying to.
Oh, okay. You
You're
did
trying to
something.
raw dog
You
it.
did
Cool.
something totally different.
I don't know. I just looked at the demo.py
Okay,
and that's
what-
kind of what I arrived
What
at.
branch is this? Is this 2.0?
Yeah, this is forked off 2.0.
Okay.
No, yeah, forked or branched off 2.0.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
I can. If I go.
I mean, there's probably some screwy thing in there. Like, can you not just make a? If you just make a
Yeah.
config and run it through. I guess you didn't want to like put.
Yeah, this is Euro guys, and I just forked it from 0.0, which is this.
Yeah, that's stable. I just
Yeah,
don't
this
know.
is
Like you're using it in a way that's like.
yeah. I know. I just looked at, so what I did to get this is I looked at demo.py and I stepped through it and I saw like when I do demo, like when I set the mode to eval, what does it do? And I just kind of created this like
So,
small script I can use to test
hang
my.
on. RNN class is ocean, and then make policy is not. Is that used anywhere?
I think so. Yeah.
Policy equal policy class, which is not make so you're not. Oh, agent creators make policy.
Yeah.
Okay, go put a breakpoint in on line 22.
Oh, you mean this line?
Oh, which is now 8 suddenly.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's it makes sense. Yeah, gotcha. Let's show that.
Better call that.
And yeah, this should be the image, right? Like, oh, what? It skips it.
For future reference, I have linked.
Is it
pretty
trying to? Are you
detailed-
trying to load a policy or something like? Because it's not making a policy.
Yeah.
Hit a backtrace.
Oh! What? I don't. I.
Just if
Oh.
you type, well,
This
you know,
problem is
do you know how
not.
to get a
Yeah, I
backtrace?
should.
Just BT.
A backtrace of what? Of just the
So add a breakpoint. If you just type BT, you'll get a backtrace, which is this. You get the stack trace of what code got called.
if I go.
So
Where in this
if you hit
breakpoint?
that breakpoint and then in your debug console, you just type BT.
Like here, I got BT or whatever.
BT.
Oh, apparently it's let me. BT. Oh, now it went. BT. No.
Is your debug console? Is it not PDB?
It is. Well, I guess. Well,
PDB
maybe
should
this
have a
debug.
backtrace.
I don't know. Maybe this is like
that-
VS Codes, and I
is-
think it's based, but I love Pi.
Is it? Can you like?
DB.
Is that not attached to the breakpoint? Is that terminal it? Like what?
This is why I never bothered with the VS Code debugger because I didn't want to figure it
The-
out.
Yeah,
That's
this
all.
is I think the call stack though.
Okay, there's your call stack then. Fine. So this calls
Oh,
demo
it
and then
clearly is right
rollout
there.
and
Cool.
then 25. So go to the was it rollout in 575? So you do hit that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So wait,
Looks like I
it
do.
isn't skipping over it then, right?
I think so. Yeah, I don't
Calling
think it
that,
skipped.
and then let's see.
Let's just try this. It won't. Yeah, looks like it
Okay,
is.
and then print out the agent creator.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, make policy. Well, that's just going to give you garbage.
Yeah.
And then does it get into your function that you defined in demo.py? Or third whatever?
My demo, yeah.
Does it get there?
Like, does it get like actually
Yeah.
here? Well, let's see.
Okay, print out
Yeah.
RN class.
Oh, yeah, I can print out the You mean policy?
No, RNN underscore CLS. I want to see if it's none.
Oh yeah. Should be. I mean, it just got initial. Oh,
Okay. So
what do I give? I give it nothing. Why is it?
Aaron, are
okay.
you on box 6 yet?
Next line.
Yeah, hitting other weird things, but I'm just working through it.
All right.
So this should be well, does rollout, well, shouldn't it just pass the arguments verbatim, or does it? Well, I guess.
But it should pass RNN. It should then hit the RNN underscore class of. It should hit line
Yeah.
21, right?
This line, yeah.
Next.
If it's not none, it should go here. Yeah.
Okay, so now step into that.
Step into.
Okay.
Yeah, supposed to be
Next.
hitting. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Then why is it skipping this debug?
Should not be. So next line. Now print out.
Let's-
Print n for single observation space.
Hold on. Space.
Okay.
Okay, this is what I
Now
passed to
print
it through
print
borders.
ob shape.
You mean? Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it's correct. So
Yeah. Why is it here 8 then? Right? Because if I'm just going to continue here. Yeah,
Okay.
when I reach here, if we look at self.obs.
it's 2.
Oh, no, it is 2. That's, well, it was, okay, so
Yeah,
space shape is 2. Then it
Okay.
should work now, right? Let's see. Well, actually, it's
well, let's see. Is it
we just
still?
run it. I'm just running it. And does it just run? I guess, yeah. There we
Okay,
go.
I think you got yourself confused with the debugger somehow.
Yeah, probably. We'll
Oh, it's working.
figure.
Okay.
Cool.
It's gonna be.
I suggest
or...
PDB. Friggin' debug consoles.
Yeah, good point.
So
Good point.
Plasma, I linked a little help thread that I have going here in this voice
Where
chat
in
Answer
the
the
voice?
message real quick.
for future
Yes.
reference.
Oh, this will be.
There are detailed instructions on what to put where. It's actually very simple, but it's not necessarily obvious at the outset, which is why you probably made your own custom file
Yeah.
implementation. So it's actually all there, and you really have to do not much to add stuff.
Yeah. Before 2.5 releases, I think we should have some basic docs on how to write an environment. Like once we stabilize the new
Yes.
bindings, I think that'd be helpful.
Yep.
Quick question for you, Joseph. So I am working on the bindings, and so basically right now I have a bunch of constants and things I calculate that just I use when calculating or doing policy stuff in Python that come
Okay.
from C. And with the Python, it makes it easy because I just create a function that return a PufferLib namespace.
Mm-hmm.
Because Python can access the C and Python code really easily. But with the new bindings, I can't do that. So what I'm thinking of doing is
You can't compute
adding
them in Python and pass them to C? Or they like
yeah, that's something. What's that?
that would be the easiest thing for now. If there's a way to like expose stuff, I mean, I can technically do that as well. You could also, can you not just add shit to the? Well, no, you can't just add shit to the bindings.
Well, I was so that's what I'm thinking of doing. I'm thinking of adding, I'm not sure what to call it, but basically a function or a method called like again, I don't really care what the name is, but something like env-info or something
I
that
think
would
what I would
basically just
rather do is if here, let me show you what would have to happen to make that really work very nicely.
okay.
So see this env binding file, this methods thing, this gets called in init here, okay? So you should be able to add arbitrary stuff to this, but this gets called here, And by the time that you've done PufferLib, so let's say binding here for this, you'd have to you should be able to define arbitrary methods here, but then the thing is you've already included this up here. So I don't know if you can add additional stuff to the module after you've initialized it or whatever, but that would be or if you can dynamically add stuff, but that would be the thing. If you could just have extra functions show up from just add arbitrary extra functions instead of me having to make a hook for every single one. That would probably be the best thing. It'll
Okay,
probably take you very little time though if you want to add them to Python for now just to get it running first.
Yeah. Is there a reason in in the method table you have one at the end that's just nulled out?
Well, I don't know what this is. This is I have no idea what this is, honestly. I don't know if this
Okay.
is I don't know what this is. I saw this in docs or something. I don't know if this does anything.
Oh, fair enough.
Exclude based on a define. I really don't like conditional compilation macros when I can possibly avoid them. I had to do it once for this, and I hate it so much. This is disgusting.
Yeah,
code.
I saw you did that. I'm like, you
Freaking
probably
hate it.
hated that.
Yes, I did. I spent half an hour staring at it trying to find a way not to do that.
So yeah, what is up with that? My shared stuff. What's that do?
Shared initialization, so it gets called once for all envs.
Okay.
Or it lets you do that. So we use it for ocean grid. So the grid env here has this shared initialization that defines all the maps, and then you can load the maps in. It's kind of cool.
Oh, one other quick question. Did you have to do anything special to get the Python.h I don't know, installed or something? You have to install a dev package for Python or something?
Maybe it's Python dev. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know because I use the Docker that has that.
Fair enough.
Okay. What was there was a thing I was doing. Was it GPU drive? Was it Spencer's not in here, but Spencer's been sending stuff. So Spencer is on the stream. He's not in the chat, but he is on the stream. Above edge cases on GPU drive. Is this reasonable? Can I add this and then merge? Or did I break something horrible here? I mean, we can obviously iterate on this, and we're obviously gonna have car models and stuff. And also the aliasing is horrible. But is this a chill initial palette? You discovered a bug? Gotcha. I edited the colors and discovered a bug. Cool. So we can iterate on that.
Oh, PR is already open. Impressive, sir.
Hey.
Yep. You saying something?
Looks like I have no. Well, I'm trying to with the suggestion of I don't know how to pronounce your name because it's super long, but Bet.
Yeah, just call him
Bet
Bet.
Absorption? Yeah, what's up? Just call me Bet. It's cool.
Okay, so by Bet's recommendation, I'm trying to, instead of use my kind of jumbled together script to test my environment by using just demo.py.
Yeah.
At least that's kind of what you're suggesting here.
Yeah,
But
I saw you running an eval, it was a Pong eval. Yeah.
I'm trying to find where it was.
So are you making a Python environment or are you making a C environment?
Oh, it's a C environment, right? But
Yeah,
it
perfect.
has
make a directory in the ocean directory with the name of your environment.
I need to make an ini file, right?
Yep, and then in top dir
Here it goes.
/config.
Here it goes, Spencer. It works. Starts blue, turns red. Your active one is red, which is probably a bad idea, right? We should make the active one like cyan.
Friendlier color, like yeah.
But
upper
then
side.
I don't know what to do with that because like,
Oh, by the way, there's a really easy way to turn on anti-aliasing for RayLib.
how? Please tell.
Let me look in
The
Uh,
aliasing
render
is horrible
code.
in this
It is very aliased.
because they only give you like it's single pixel line segments. Active should
Oh,
be
yeah.
purple or whatever you. Well, I need to figure out because I have cyan for active, but then I need to do. Can I change the outline on the active?
Here, I just posted it in the voice general. You basically just set config flags right before you do a init window, and you just say MSAA 4x hint.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
So
so
this
on
one.
web it doesn't do anything, but on desktop it does. So
I actually called. I think I used vector commands instead of the standard
Well,
commands for.
I just hopped in because I figured it'd be easier than me typing a bunch of messages on Twitch.
Hey, what's up, Spencer? Awesome
Oh.
environment. I am
Thank you, sir.
applying my unique, to say the least, aesthetic taste to it. Probably stop
Okay,
developing sometime around Tron.
fair enough. Yeah, let's just clarify what colors mean right now. So there's the active agents, there are static agents, and then there's your human controllable agent. And then there's also the color that happens when you collide.
Yeah,
So all of those are 4 different colors.
Let me see what I. So what I just did is I made the active agent cyan. I just outlined your one in green. Well, this will be more obvious with the anti-aliasing or whatever. And then it turns red if it collides. And then the other ones that are inactive are this like background dark cyan. Is that something?
So does each one get the green, or just the special one get
just the special one. Just the special one. And you can't see it now because of aliasing and shit. But
Okay.
this is aliasing on a 1440p monitor.
Vision.
So, Captain put this in the chat for us, right?
I did.
It's 7 people in Puffer voice. This is fun. Now all I need is 40 actual boxes so I can give people tons of compute to do cool RL.
So
Agreed.
you don't need the second line, obviously. I just put it there to show you where to put the flags.
You say obviously, but like I've kind of been doing a lot of stuff today, and brain no work.
Voice in.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? This
Ah.
library is this good?
Yeah, it's
Dude,
really
I
sweet.
love Rayson. Like this is the only good library. Like all other software is just bad.
PufferLib.
Yeah.
Looks
All
pretty
other
nice.
software
PufferLib
is
is pretty
bad.
good.
Whoa,
This
the
is good.
aliasing's gone.
Literally all other software is bad. This is good.
So what did that fix? The lines sitting on top of each other?
Aliasing.
Yeah.
It doesn't look horrible anymore.
Look how sweet it looks now. Completely fixed.
You probably can't tell from low quality stream. If you check like the mainstream that's 1080p or you run locally, like the lines are no longer jagged. They're like perfect.
Ah, okay.
It looks beautiful on stream.
This is so nice. Holy.
Yeah, on Twitch it looks fine.
Is it what's a vision?
Yeah, it looks good, man.
Now
Yeah,
this you can't
it
really
helps.
tell with the green.
Yeah. It helps
Okay.
a ton in Impulse Wars too. It looks terrible without it. But yeah, this one looks even worse without it, with all the lines.
Yeah.
This really cleans it up.
Now I got it. This green outline's not cutting it, right?
Screen outline what?
So we gotta get. I don't want to outline in red because that's like bad. Puff white.
Anything that's visible, really. The only reason
Oh,
it's
there
hard
you
to
go,
see
that's
right now is
easy. That's high contrast.
yeah.
You have a ton of lines, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, you can turn off the observation lines or just force them to only be on if you like hold a button down or something.
I mean, realistically, we're gonna have car models anyways.
Yeah, I just have all the lines flying out because I wanted to make sure my observations made sense.
Duplicate argument. Oh,
All right, I want to see you drive around, Joseph.
All right, so go to step.
Okay.
What's the
I made it
thing
work.
for cube? What's the arcs for cube? Yeah,
Thanks a bit.
I don't know off the top of my head.
cube is position with height.
I probably should after the tower climb stuff, but
Position with height, length, color. It's like oh wait, this is the wrong ones. These can be spheres.
yeah, those are the goal points.
Yeah, but I wanted to try something. But this is start and end. Where's the other one? Is this the?
Be right back.
Where's the
Okay, so
points that are like on the?
yeah, okay, you saw it. Okay, so go down to the bottom, or just keep on going through these versions. I'll tell you when to stop.
No.
It's the one that's on. I'll just tell you the line number. How about that?
Yeah.
Are you talking about the spheres that are the grid
Yeah.
in between each road segment? Okay, yeah. Those are lines 1305, 1307. It should say draw sphere, and then draw line 3D above those.
Oh, this one? Oh, okay.
Yeah. The draw line 3Ds are the road segments. The draw spheres are the center points.
I'm just trying to make it a little bit more. I want to see how this looks. What'd I do? Oh. That's kind of cool. It's probably faster as well because the spheres have to draw like all the slices.
Oh, okay.
Also, if you zoom in, it's like, I don't know, I think it's cool. You can't tell from out far, which is also fun. Why do these cars just all instantly die?
Because right now they don't have a policy, so you're just rendering this in C, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's set to acceleration index 0 and steering index 0 because steering goes from 0 to 13 and acceleration goes from 0 to what is it?
Move at all,
7,
they
I
just,
think.
like, spawn and disappear.
Oh, because some of those are showing up in the visible range of the car for like a split second.
Yeah. Okay. Is this
Let me
overhead
think
or is
about
this
this.
what's this perspective?
Right now, you're looking at a global.
Yeah, but what's the camera perspective? It's not like quite overhead, right?
Oh no, I mean it's just at some like slight angle.
Have you tried the ISO?
I just picked random numbers in the make client till it looked decent.
Okay. I kind of want to try like ISO drive perspective and then like behind the wheel, obviously, but then like the ISO. I don't know. Stuff could look cool.
My guess as to why those are disappearing is something I most recently changed when talking with the NYU team. I think it's because some of those are being marked as experts and then they move like an inch and then they go into like negative 10,000 land.
Yeah. I don't think this is a good idea to be fair, but like, what if buildings?
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely just spawn buildings in random places, but
do you know how cool it's gonna look? It's gonna look really cool. We need bigger map though. This map's small.
yeah, I mean, just pick a number between 0 and 200 or 512. I don't know which one you set up, but Should be, I think, 512, and then you'll find another map. Some of the maps are bigger than others. Some maps are small.
Do you know what's a big map?
Not off the top of my head, no. I mean, I can just pick random numbers till I find one.
Is it like 63? No. What was the map index in here? Where does it say anything?
It's in the C file. Yeah, it's the bin, but not under performance test inside of demo.
Oh, this is.
At the top, map name. You saw it. But in demo, not performance test. And then you just gotta have it be 0 something. You have to put a 0 in front of it. It's a 3 index number. It's not gonna work.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that this is a good map. The perspective is not doing you favors, I think.
I think this is with the ISO thing going, right?
This is like very slight angle. Where's the camera?
It would probably be helpful to just force everything to be in move expert right now so you can see how cars run around.
Okay, how do I do that?
Go to step.
This in the .c or .h?
.h.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a lag between the stream and what's happening, so just give me a second till I see.
We'll do this then.
Wherever it says move dynamics, change it to move expert in step. There should be one line next to each other. Yeah, just make that move expert, and then they'll all be on move expert now.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah, it's cool. Dude, you've built some really cool shit.
Yeah, this took a little while.
Not that long. It took you less time than it took them.
I mean,
Yeah, well,
he had buffer, right?
they have to do the first thinking. I'm just doing second round thinking.
Oh, but you do fast thinking.
Buffer.
How make fast?
So-
Puffer.
So basically, all the little lines are raycasts, I'm assuming? Like you're visualizing the raycast that it's using to see with?
I'm not using any raycasts. Those are the raw observation points from the relative coordinate system of what it's looking at, and then I just drew a line from the center of itself to the thing it's seeing to make sure that the coordinate was correct.
Yeah, so that's basically you're visualizing the observations. It's basically, as far as I can tell, it's seeing with raycasts.
It is seeing effectively with raycasts, but it doesn't like use raycasts.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like I'm not actually like shooting out a line. I'm just visually shooting out a line.
Yeah, in the rendering I get that, but in the engine itself, it's not really using raycasts.
No, it's just I'm just dropping in points, like saying like, okay, this car is on this position, and then I do a little bit of a relative coordinate math to make sure that the angles work out, and then get it into its local coordinate system.
So how does that work if like there's two cars in front of it like stacked behind each other or something? Can it see both of them?
Yeah, because what I do is I have it's going to search all of the car list currently. Because it is going right now. I'm kind of cheating. I mean, in a way, it knows because you're providing it the whole list of entities. All right, there's like a huge list. It is then iterating throughout the list of just cars, determining if its position is within a certain range, and if it's within that range, then it's in that observation.
Oh, okay. I see. So it's basically just proximity vision. So even if you did add walls or something, if a car was
It would
close
see it.
enough
Yeah,
behind
it would.
yeah.
Yeah, you could add like a brick wall in front of it, and it would still see it.
Okay. Gotcha. That makes sense. Is that how it works in the original too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, they just use a within a certain radius of vision, you see things.
Okay.
They technically have LiDAR as an option, but I think for their results, which they got really good results on, was using these observations.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There's only one key difference between this and the NYU observation set, and that is okay. So the road, like the map system of how like road segments are seen, has different types. There's like road edges, there's lanes, there's lines, and there's like driveways and all sorts of other map objects. Right now, I'm only including road edges because in their system, they only consider running into a road edge as a collision, and all the other things like a lane is irrelevant. But they still include the lane in their observations. So I felt like at the moment it was not important to include those because they have no role in the actual action space.
Yeah, I would agree. It's just superfluous information. The neural network's just going to learn to discard pretty fast.
Yeah, I mean, eventually you
Okay.
include that to do so you can stay in a lane, right? So you can actually see the lanes. But until they do that, it's a very easy addition.
Yeah, that's cool.
And right now I'm just sweeping to try and figure out a decent thing.
I can't figure out off the top of my head here how this is supposed to be in units above. But
What are you trying to accomplish?
trying to get like some sort of ISO type perspective, and you have to actually do some math, I think, for that. Yeah, it's wrong.
And keep in mind that is
stuff is kind of annoying.
Okay, well
that's
can,
right
like,
now just setting in order to find the map, it's finding the first car and then pulling away and zooming out.
so this is right here, and then
I've got to go. See you guys later.
see ya.
All right.
Later.
Cool. No seg fell on Bet's box.
Yeah, so you need
Nice.
to CUDA puff.
Wait, you said no seg fault?
No seg fault.
Yay! So it works.
Yep.
And Bet, you've been using a box. Yeah, you've been using. So that was the box that Aaron that you had all the issues with, and apparently
This is the
Secure
one
Boot
you had
got
issues with.
disabled.
I fixed it. What can I say? You're welcome.
You did not fix it. I had to go disable Secure Boot, which got
Okay, I
enabled
couldn't
somehow.
do that.
What?
I got it fixed. Okay.
You got it fixed.
But I built the dev container too for him. So.
Well, thank you.
All right, Bet, feel free to blow that entire stuff away.
All right, well, I'll leave it. Doesn't matter.
Well, Bet, Aaron,
Okay.
that's like you need your containers to do your experiments.
I'm gonna leave everything. Okay, so
Yeah.
next time you need
You should
to
probably
do
just
it,
swap boxes with him for a bit if it's stable.
That's
so,
fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. You can swap everything. Everything is pushed to dev for me.
Yeah.
You guys
Sure.
can also just like, do maybe like virtual machines or something. So 2 people can be in one kind of
No, we
box.
don't. We
You
don't
don't-
want people stepping on each other's training runs. We do let people have their own containers, but the issue here is that
Mhm.
it's a 3-stage build process for the new dev container compared to just like a one command pull for the whatever the main one is. So, and Aaron's research side, so it's like I don't want to make him mess with Docker
I
stuff.
see.
Yeah, the main issue is that we haven't tested anything with multiple runs going on one machine. So
That just
Right.
shouldn't be a thing. Like that
Yeah.
shouldn't
Yeah,
happen.
yeah.
We very intentionally buy single GPU boxes so we don't deal with that.
right, it runs specifically in a certain way. All right, you can have box 6 then. I'll get on box 5
switch.
then. Aaron, box 5. Is there anything I need to know about before I?
Just make a separate
I
container.
don't
so you're not
think
messing
so.
with each other's shit.
I'm gonna
and
leave.
be good.
Gonna leave all your stuff. Okay, I'll make a new container, a new dev container. Okay.
Sure.
And then that one will have the latest stuff anyways. It's perfect.
Yep.
Okay,
Where
works
did
for me.
Camera. Was it behind target? Can I just increase this?
If you want to increase that, it'll just zoom out even further.
How do I get more of an angle.
It's the Y.
God. Okay.
All right, now that that's all settled, I'm gonna take a minute and go for a short walk and then go back to work.
Yep.
Oh,
See
good
ya.
for you.
All right. See ya.
See ya.
Later.
Later.
Jason says
I'm pretty sure Jason is an LLM.
41E66 doesn't have C render. There is an error though. Harpful. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Oh, the FOV is not what it should be here. Interesting. Yeah, so you can't do... Huh. That's kind of weird. Well, we'll leave it as a perspective for now. I do think there's some, like, cool ISO play, though, with this. Let's just do...
That is a very suspicious use of a dash.
Oh,
Yeah, this zoom doesn't even do anything, FYI. Like,
I think it's because I'm overwriting it in C file.
so I need to, like, ratio this, I guess, to, like, what's this, like... There we go. Okay, that's better.
Yeah, because the scroll wheel, I think it overrides the zoom.
Okay. If I would just, yeah, I'm gonna push this as is, and then let me get rid of the expert thing so I don't screw up your training.
Well, yeah, I mean, so do you want me to use that going? Well, I figured you were doing your own training on this because you took off masking and such.
yeah, we're gonna do, of course. Hang on.
Because I have a sweeps ongoing still from
Yeah,
with
leave it.
masking,
Yeah,
and
keep going.
I'm gonna let that run for like 2 days or
Yeah,
something.
I'm gonna do one thing for you right now on it as well.
The other thing I was gonna do is I think I'm gonna fix the penalty weights to the weights that they had on the negative 0.75, which was really steep. And then sweep off of that. Right now, I'm sweeping with the rewards, but I don't think it's going to matter because it's always going to pick the least reward to get the highest score in the shortest time period. Like the least penalty.
Hang on there. We do... How many cars? How many cars is left?
1700, I think.
This is 1700 as is.
Let me double check that.
And
There's a generally pretty easy way for me to find. The current, what I see is 1670 on 256. It's changed a little bit because I've made some things as to what agents are and what agents are not.
fast enough for 2 worker setup? We're gonna see. Ah,
Oh, is this all the latest new stuff?
can we
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm wrong.
batch rows?
Oh, okay. So let's match the existing.
Ooh, there might be
Where?
a... This might be a me thing. I think that this stuff has to be cleanly divisible right now. Was it 1701 agents?
Let me pull on my MacBook, and then, or let me pull it onto the puffer box
I think
because
I'm
I don't
gonna
want to
have
mess
to
with my
do a
run.
couple things for this before. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do a couple things to make training work on this, Spencer. I will
Yeah,
do that,
because
though.
the whole like batch splitting is going to be kind of weird.
Yeah, so I'm gonna leave this like this as is. I'm going to... I don't know, if you want to play around with ISO cam, it'd be fun, but I'll do it otherwise, no worries. And then I will get this to work Friday, weekend, depends how things are going. Maybe after dinner even tonight, I don't know. I have to pack as well for my... I have like doctor's appointment in the morning, and then I'm going straight to new facility. Be traveling to that, have to unpack stuff, and then like all the new. I have to like figure out the whole AV. I have to move furniture in potentially, provided the flooring is even done. Like the whole ordeal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to be letting the sweep run, and then I'm just going to be tossing in random runs to 2 billion steps and to see if one of them works.
You can do that on this for now. The new code for Puffer, like the new dev stuff, is really freaking good, I will say. But I have to like do some stuff to make it work with this, because there's CUDA like thread need to be divisible by power of 2 bullshit that I have to figure out for you. But like literally, we now have all of the standard M's, like the simple M's, are training at 2 to 4 million steps per second, and they like basically same sample efficiency.
Oh shit! So maybe this one will get to 1 million now.
It's like we have like ludicrously good RL stuff. I literally just like ran this on both clients' ends and just like immediately beat their best. So yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know. Yeah, just
like,
hit me up whenever you.
Parameters, and like these are both projects where they've been tuning stuff for the last months. So like,
sure,
it's really freaking good.
Yeah. Okay, then yeah, just hit me up on Discord when you do your thing.
I'll try to do it tonight. I'll see.
And otherwise, I'm gonna be. I'm just gonna do my tasks are still the same. I mean, I'm just gonna let it sweep and find out what happens.
Yep. Let me just add the GPU. This looks freaking sweet.
Yeah, the one thing I wanted to add in that I thought would be fun for render side, if I wanted to dick around with that, is the first person perspective camera inside of the human car.
You have to do that.
Also, yeah, do you want to get a placeholder? Do you want to just get like a placeholder low poly car?
I can just find a model, yeah, and I can just dump it in there.
A better one, I'll just like the bigger M's like this. I'm very happy to commission assets for. So
there's a bunch of free assets that I found for like Tower Climb Online. So
amazing.
It just depends if you want. I mean, any of those work. Like all those things are free in generally.
Yeah, but like this isn't. I mean, I had a different thing in mind than this, right? Like this is like.
I mean, you can get a pretty high def one. I mean, it doesn't like
No, other way around. I want like. I kind of want like a minimal, like it's a car-shaped low poly thing, like very angular looking. I don't know. I have an idea in my head.
All right. Well, maybe it's best for you to execute that idea.
Well, yeah, of course. But if you can get a placeholder model loaded in, then like.
Okay, yeah. That'll take me no time at all.
Yeah. Just grab like some decent, like this one or whatever.
Sure.
It's fine.
I can do that, and then maybe I can even add in like a road material. Possibly. We'll see.
I don't know if we're gonna need a material. We do need some way of knowing what is road. Road shader would be cool. But then we would need to know the forward direction. I don't know. We'll have to think about stuff.
I don't know.
So
it may be thinking
about, we'll see if this guy replies. But let me find the guy. I saw a really cool guy on X. See if he has not replied yet, but this guy is awesome. Find him.
Oh, also one thing I thought was wild that I was looking, and I may be wrong, but I didn't see anywhere in the GPU drive architecture what's it called, an LSTM layer.
Yeah, they didn't have one because they can't do it.
There isn't one. That's why.
Like they couldn't do it because like their original train code didn't have it.
It was too slow.
So should we just keep ours and try and find super parameters, and then deal with it later, or should I take it out to see if I can?
We use LSTM for everything.
Okay.
It's like the standard.
It's actually more sample efficient too to use the LSTM.
The LSTM's been good for everything. Honestly, the reason people don't use LSTMs is because they have their implementations are bad. That's all. So it's slow. Like the CleanRL LSTM, it's hyper correct technically, but it's so slow.
What do you mean? Just use transformers.
Those are a pain in the ass. Those are such a pain in the ass in RL. Those are actually hard to get right in RL because the buffer collection.
I'm just trolling because everything now is like, oh, transformers for it for sightseeing. I don't know, Transformers for
Yeah.
vision, Transformers for fart detection.
Yeah, and then I tell people it's like, okay, I was setting Soda on language modeling before Transformers existed. Go away. Leave me to my C. Okay. I gotta go take a call, guys. I'm gonna go do that, grab dinner, and then we'll see how quickly I can pack if I come back later tonight to like fix that thing for you, Spencer. But otherwise, since we do still have a few people watching, Puffer.ai for all the things. This is all open source. If you want to support us for free, start the GitHub. If you want to get involved in dev, join the Discord. Most of our top contributors came in with 0 RL experience, so you can learn. And other than that, you can follow me on X for more RL.